Israel may have started the process of transferring to Ukraine Russian and Soviet-made weapons captured during the fighting in Lebanon. This is suggested by the OSINT Defender project, which has detected flights of U.S. Air Force C-17 military transport aircraft from Israel to Poland. Several of the C-17s reportedly started at Ramstein Air Base in Germany, flew to Israel's Hatzarim Air Base, and then traveled to Rzeszów, Poland. Rzeszów is the main logistics hub for military aid, which is then sent to Ukraine. A single C-17 can carry up to 77 tons of payload, which, given the low weight of anti-tank and other weapons and ammunition, can mean a fairly large number of weapons. Militarny previously reported that Israeli Deputy Foreign Minister Sharon Haskell offered to transfer captured Russian-made weapons to Ukraine. This concerns weapons that were seized in Lebanon and elsewhere from Israeli enemies. Also in June, it became known that the USA, Israel, and Ukraine were negotiating to supply Kyiv with Patriot air defense systems, which were being decommissioned by the Israeli Defense Forces. In early November, Militarny reported that the Israeli Defense Forces were considering forming new anti-tank units equipped with weapons captured from Hezbollah. This decision was discussed in light of the numerous anti-tank weapons captured during the operation in southern Lebanon, including Soviet and Russian-made systems. Initially, it was planned to be utilized, but then it was taken to Israel. From the very beginning of the operation in Lebanon, Israeli troops captured large warehouses of the Hezbollah terrorist group, which were filled with weapons, including those made in Russia. Among the samples were 9 M131FM thermobaric and 9 M131M missiles of the Metis-M anti-tank missile system. In addition, the 9 K-32M Strela, 2 portable anti-aircraft missile system, and RPG-29 Vampire and RPG-27 Tavolga rocket-propelled grenade launchers were shown. Missiles for 9 K-135 Kornet anti-tank missile systems, Iranian Almas, RPG-7 infantry grenade launchers, grenades, and numerous small arms and ammunition were also seized. Military observer Yigal Levine detailed that in total more than 85,000 units of various weapons, ammunition, and equipment were taken from Lebanon to Israel, including about 6,840 units of launchers for ATGMs, rocket-propelled grenades, and grenade launchers. In addition, about 9,000 pieces of explosive devices, about 2,250 rocket and artillery shells, about 2,700 small arms, and about 2,860 other pieces of other weapons were removed. Approximately 60 missiles for air defense systems and man-portable air defense systems, and about 300 binoculars and surveillance equipment were also taken. It is worth noting that not all the weapons were produced in the USSR or Russia. Some were made in Iran, North Korea, China, and other countries. A unit of the Rapid Response Border Commandant's Office, the Phoenix Company, destroyed 3 units of enemy armored vehicles. At the time of its destruction, the enemy vehicles had already been damaged and abandoned as a result of an unsuccessful assault attempt. The first combat unit to be killed by the pilots of the Phoenix Company was a T-62M tank that hit a mine and lost a track on its right side. This is probably why the Russian soldiers abandoned the vehicle, which appeared to be intact and without serious damage upon superficial inspection. Nevertheless, the evacuation of such equipment is very difficult because evacuation in the gray zone is quite difficult and dangerous due to the activity of enemy drones. In addition to the tank, 2 BTR-82A armored personnel carriers abandoned during the battle, which the enemy used to transport attack aircraft, were also burned. The SBGS border units are engaged in fierce battles with the enemy on a par with other units of the Ukrainian Defense Forces and are simultaneously arming themselves with the latest weapons and receiving some reinforcement with equipment. Militarny previously reported that the units of the State Border Guard Service of Ukraine had received YPR-765 PRI infantry fighting vehicles manufactured by the Dutch company DAF. In December 2023, the Border Guards also received additional artillery systems. Thus, the Hart Brigade of the State Border Guard Service was armed with M101-105 mm howitzers, which were received as part of international military assistance. And in January, one of the units was reinforced with a DITA 155mm wheeled self-propelled howitzer, which was developed and manufactured by the Czech Republic. Currently, the border guards are already mastering new weapons that will qualitatively enhance their capabilities on the battlefield. Soldiers of the 15th Black Forest Artillery Reconnaissance Brigade destroyed a rare Russian target, the 96 L6E all-altitude detection radar. It is capable of detecting targets at a distance of 300 kilometers. The 96 L6E all-altitude detection radar is a versatile radar system used primarily for air defense purposes. It is designed to detect and track aerial targets at all altitudes from low to high, including aircraft, missiles, and drones. It is part of the S-300 and S-400 air defense systems, providing early warning and target acquisition data to guide surface-to-air missiles. And now we are moving to Africa, where we have some dynamic developments. Congolese rebels of the March 23rd movement have intensified fighting and surrounded a regional center in the border region, while neighboring Rwanda is preparing its troops for an invasion. After taking control of the small village of Sake, Rwandan-supported militants launched an operation to surround the key regional city of Goma and its airport, located 27 kilometers east. Congolese authorities blocked access to the airport and canceled all flights. In return, the capture of Sake blocked one of the main logistical routes to the city, further increasing tensions in the region. It is known that 6 South African peacekeepers were killed in the fighting, and one of their armored vehicles was burned. UN representatives reported that 13 soldiers of the peacekeeping contingent in the Democratic Republic of the Congo had been killed in the fighting. From the controlled heights around Sake and the nearby town of Manoa, the rebels are firing artillery at DR Congo troops. In addition, there were unconfirmed reports in the media about Rwandan drones striking targets in Congo. The Congolese government and the UN claim that the M23 militants are supported by Rwanda. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres, in a statement through his spokesman, called on Rwanda to stop supporting the M23 and withdraw from the DRC. He also called on the M23 to immediately cease all hostile actions and withdraw from the occupied areas. The Guardian reported, citing intelligence sources, that a large number of troops from Rwanda were crossing the border into Congo to help the rebels capture Goma before an emergency UN meeting on the crisis in the region. According to them, the soldiers of the Rwandan Defense Forces have secretly crossed the DRC border over the past few days to support the M23 militants in their offensive. The Rwandan army is lined up on the border, ready for an invasion, a source with the knowledge of local intelligence told reporters.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.